Hello.
Oh, hello. I
Hello.
was waiting you. How are
Sorry that
you?
I'm late. I'm very good, thank you. Sorry that I'm late. I was having a bit of connection issues. I couldn't get into Cambly.
I had the same with my
Yeah,
laptop. I have to
yeah.
switch. I have to reset my router.
Your Oh, you had to reset your router. Okay, I had to
Yeah.
reset my laptop. So I'm glad I didn't have to reset my router.
Mhm.
So how are you today?
I'm pretty good, Mitch. It was
Yeah,
the last conversation. It was very nice talk about
yeah.
horse, and you told me you like to talk about pets, animals. I'm not sure if I told you, but I have a dog called
Yes.
Lady. I told you. I'm
I
not
don't
sure.
think I don't think you have. I don't think you have.
Okay, I have one. It's a female dog. And
Yeah.
I chose article from ingo.com talks
Yes.
about petting.
Petting dogs improves a student's well-being.
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. I will open again here. Yes. Yes. Do you have pet dog?
I don't have any dogs at the moment, but I've had many pets in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so do you know what type of dog you have? What the breed of the dog is?
Yes, I know. Is undefined. It's a
A,
mixed.
oh, a mixture. Okay,
Yes.
okay. And
We
and
we think
what?
it's a
Mm-hmm.
mixer from Rottweiler
Oh,
and
a
Cook
Rottweiler.
Rottweiler and Cooker. Um, cooler. No, not cooler.
Co- A cocker
Cocker,
spaniel.
cocker. That has a long hair,
Long
long
leg.
ears.
Yes, I think the dog that you're trying to say is a cocker spaniel. Let me just have a look.
There's a movie called Lady
Lady and the Tramp.
and a Tramp. Yes, she looks
Yes,
like
okay.
very similar, but
To
she's
Lady.
black. Oh, let me. I have one. I have two photos to show you
Ah,
about Lady.
cute. And how old is she?
About 90 years old.
Oh, she's a very old dog then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
almost. She loves use. She loves wearing clothes.
So she loves to wear little doggy clothes.
Hmm.
Ah,
And
that's
my
very
and
cute.
my mom loves to sell some clothes for her.
Ah, okay. So your
It's
mom sews and knits clothes for her, yes?
Yeah, it's a therapy for her.
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely good therapy. So I'm trying to see this picture now. It's taking ages to load.
Ah, okay.
Oh, cute. Look at the little ears.
Yes.
Oh, and she's got a little jacket and a little hood on. That's very cute. Very cute. So it almost looks like a dachshund.
I don't know. Could you? I
I'll
will search on Google.
Yeah, let me just quickly make sure that I have the right.
Because she's very angry. We say like a Rottweiler.
Okay. So
If you give,
she's got a
if you
yes.
gives, if you give affection more than 10 seconds, she
Yeah.
likes it. In the beginning she's like, oh, she's smile. After that she start to show her teeth.
Like
Yes, it's almost like the first one.
yes. So that's what the dog's called. It's a dachshund.
Dash one dog.
Yeah.
Yes, her. her body is short and long, like a
Yes.
sausage.
Yes, so
Yeah.
so the short and long dog is a Dachshund or a sausage dog, yes. And
Yes.
then I see that her ears are the
hmm
ears of a spaniel or a cocker spaniel. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But
she's
she
she's
has a
mixed.
lot of fur. Her
Oh,
fur it's long.
so her fur.
hmm
Okay,
It's
so it's a
long.
lot. It's long, and a Dachshund is very thin. So
hmm
I had a dog like this, a brown one,
hmm
and you see how it's got like a straight tail. So
Yes.
my dog's tail for some reason had a little bend in it like this.
hmm
So her tail would go straight, but then it would bend just at the tip, so it would look like this. So
Yeah.
we named the dog Kinky because she had a kink. She had a kink
Kink.
in her tail.
Okay.
So we called her Kinky. Kinky the
hmm
dog. She was very, very, very cute. In fact, she is still alive. She is about 16 or 17 years old.
Wow.
She's
Six.
very yeah, she's very,
Yeah.
very old. She's losing muscles in her back, so she struggles to walk a little bit. But
hmm
she's still very happy. She still runs around and barks at people and she
hmm
bites your shoes. But she is moving on in doggy years. So she might not be with us in the near
Yes.
future. Yeah, she's very,
Yes.
very old. Very, very old.
Oh, I'm so sorry, but that's amazing. Yes, I like dogs. I always during my life I had about five, maybe. I don't remember
Mm,
very well, but I think five. From
mm.
as I was a child, I always in my house I have at least one dog.
Yeah, me
And
too. Me too.
Mitch, can I read the article? Instead, dogs petting improves
Yes, of
student well.
course. Of course. Would you like me to share the article? I'll
Yeah.
just have it on the screen as well.
Okay.
All right, lovely. So let's start with the article. We'll
Mm-hmm.
start with the vocabulary, and then
Yeah.
we'll move on to the article. So if you
Mhm.
can do me a favor, just read the word and then the
Yeah.
definition.
Okay.
Cool.
Well-being, the state of being happy and healthy.
Great.
The okay, just the word and the meaning. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, example for me it's clear. Well-being. I know
yes,
what that
exactly,
means.
exactly. So if there is something that you don't understand, just let
Mm,
me know, and then we can go through the example together because
mm,
the example is the word in context. Okay, so how
mhm,
you would use the word in context. Okay, cool.
Okay. Therapy, a form treatment for someone with emotional problems or a mental illness. That's
Perfect.
good.
Yeah, do you go to therapy?
Yes, I made.
It's very important. Even if you don't believe you have a problem, it's still good to go and talk to someone who's a professional. It's still very good.
Yes, it's better have this conversation or this session even you don't need because
Yes,
maybe
exactly.
you don't need okay, but if you believe you don't need and you never make disappointment,
Mm.
we'll never know if you have some.
Exactly. I agree. And even if you don't have a problem, sometimes a person who's a professional can give you a different perspective or a different way to look at things, which is
hmm
very important. Yeah. So therapy is very important. Do you
Yeah.
think do you think that dogs are good therapists?
Yes, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely,
Definitely.
definitely. Cool. Let's get on to the next word.
Handler, a person who trains of control an animal or
Perfect.
controls an animal. Last time you told me there another word that means something people that trains horse. I forgot. You don't tell me handler.
Um, what a person who trains a horse. Did we
You
have a specific word for that?
I think you told me last time, not handler. You told me, I'm not sure, but I think
I could have used the word a tamer, a person
yeah, yes,
who
yes.
tames an animal. So we were talking about wild animals. So a tamer
Okay.
is a person who makes wild animals okay for humans. So you
Mhm.
will tame them, you'll make them, or you'll make it so that they are more friendly towards humans,
Mhm.
such as wild horses, bears, lions, stuff that you'll see in a circus a lot of the time. They tame those animals so that humans can interact with them. Yeah. And
Mhm.
then a handler is a person who also trains and controls an animal.
Mhm.
Most of the time, these animals are already tame.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
So, like dogs and cats are tame animals because they are domesticated, they are humans' pets.
Mhm.
Where you can't have a pet lion, you have to tame the lion first.
Yes, yes. That makes
Cool.
sense.
Let's have a look at the next word here.
Integration, the act or process of become an equal participant or member of group, organization, etc.
Perfect, perfect. Integration. So that is basically entwining things together. You're integrating them. All
Mhm.
right. Next.
Measure, an indication of the quality, degree, etc. of something.
Cool.
I have a question in this
Yes.
measure. Measure. Can I say the measure about when I have to uh, when I have to choose which one is more heavy or light? I
Yes.
can
So you
say
would,
you have to
yes.
measure the pack of flour, the pack of sugar. I can say that.
Yes. So you would
Uh,
say, so if you were saying whether something is lighter or
mhm.
heavier, you would say measure the weight because you're
Measure,
referring to the weight. Maybe you're saying if something is taller or shorter, you could say measure the height. Or if we were referring to if something is big, you could say measure the size.
measures. If I want to know how is your measure, can I ask you?
So, but
What's your
so
measure? How many kilograms do you?
so that's what's important is when we're speaking about measure, it is any indication of something. So you
Mhm.
have to state what you're measuring. Okay, so if I wanted to ask your weight, I
Mhm.
would say, how much do you weigh? And then you would say, I don't know. Then I would say, you should measure your weight to find out. Okay.
Okay.
But if
Okay.
I'm
The
asking
question is how many weight do you?
how much do you weigh?
How much do you weight? Okay.
Yes. And to figure out how much someone weighs, they need to measure their
Mhm.
weight. Okay, so
Mhm.
they'll measure their weight. And then if I ask you, how tall are you? You would say, I'm 1.6. And I could say something, are you sure? Let's measure that.
Mhm.
Okay, then
Okay.
that would be me saying to you, let's go and take a ruler or something and
Mhm.
measure how high you are, how tall you are. Okay.
Mhm.
So
Yes.
measurement can refer to any way of determining the size, the volume, the height, the weight, whatever. It's a term to use for measurement or to measure something. Cool.
Mhm. That's clear. Clear. Thanks a lot. Benefit. A positive effect that something has or provides.
Perfect. So what are the benefits of pets?
Mm, benefits. Stay. Have to do something to do. Uh, let me say
Take
again.
your time. Take your time. Take your time.
For example, if my when you are alone, for example, my
Hmm.
mother, the most of time she's alone, so having a pet helps her to uh, talk sometimes,
Yeah.
or give affection.
Yes, exactly.
What else?
So you could say the benefits of a pet is love
Eh,
and affection.
yes, loves. Yeah, give loves.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So we could say that maybe the benefits of a pet is friendship and companionship.
Companion. Yes, yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
because dogs, cats, whatever pet you have, they make very good companions. They are very good friends. Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Cool. So
I
let's
prefer I
let.
prefer dog instead
Oh
cat.
yes.
Yeah.
Why do you prefer dogs over cats?
I, cats so too much quiet. They like to be. Uh,
On their own. They like to do their own thing.
yeah, yeah.
I think cats are very independent.
Independence. Yes.
They don't need a human, but they like humans, but they don't need them. Whereas
Mm-hmm.
a dog is man's best friend. It loves
Yes.
and needs its human. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's get into the article. Exercise 2.
Study dog. Study. Dog petting improves student well-being. Petting a dog can have a big positive impact on student well-being, according to a new study from the University of British Columbia in Canada. Researchers put 208, 284 students into three groups. The first group met with a therapy dog handler, but no dog. The second group played with a therapy dog, but to- couldn't touch it. And the third therapy, both played, and petted their therapy dog.
Perfect. So it's just touch. I highlighted the word that you struggled with, touch.
Touch,
Perfect,
touch,
perfect.
and touch it, touch it.
Touch
How
it.
can I
Literally, this is what it means. Touch it. So
touch it?
if they and I want to play with the dog, I will
Mm-hmm,
ask you, can I touch your dog? That means can I touch your dog? This is
mm-hmm,
touching. Okay.
mm-hmm.
So touch it. Touch
Yeah,
it.
touch it.
just
Okay.
just touch it.
Mm-hmm,
Maybe there's something that you're scared of, and I will say to you, just go there and touch it. Don't be scared of it, just touch it.
uh-huh. Yes, yes.
Cool. Let's get on to the next paragraph.
Before the experiment, the students were asked about different measures of their well-being, including their integration into camp's life and how happy, lonely, is stressed they felt.
Okay, so basically they're measuring the well-being of students, and if the students feel happy, lonely, or stressed on campus. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
cool.
And when when the experiment was completed, all three groups said they felt better across several well-being measures. The groups with therapy dogs improved more than the groups without one.
Hmm,
However, the group of students who were allowed to touch and pet their therapy dog improved the most, and this was the only group that reported feeling better across all well-being measures.
nice.
Nice. According to the BBC, therapy dogs are become more popular in US schools, with over 1,000 universities and colleges using them in 2019.
Hmm.
And a different study of more than 300 students at Washington State University found that just 1 hour a week with a therapy dog could help students feel more relaxed and learn and remember information better.
Hmm.
Patricia Pendry, who lead the Washington State University Stud, told the BBC that students most at risk, such as those with mental health issues, showed by most benefit from dog therapy.
Nice, nice. So, do you think that dog therapy is successful, or according to this, it is something that is good?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
definitely, definitely. And do you feel like when you play with your dog that it's a form of therapy, that it's helping you?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm still working remote, and during my in how can I say, in my lunchtime, for example,
Your break, yeah?
I usually to walk with my dog in my break. Yes, I usually walk with my dog around my house,
Mm-hmm.
to 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 go outside from my environment, because right now
Yes.
my home is my work.
Me
So
too.
have go outside with lady,
Yeah, it sort of gives it cuts you off from work, you know. It lets work
yeah,
separate you from your life that you're having inside the house. Yeah.
yes, yes. And when I can go out with her, I'm feel, oh, something is missing something.
Mm.
I am missing something. I'm so in the end of the day, I like to play with her. I know sometimes she wants to bite me. She show me her teeth, but it's yes, but it's very nice. It's
Mm.
I'm totally agreed. It's a very nice therapy dog. I know
Mm.
when I was outside from my home, when I was on holidays and I come back, she cried. She not cry, but
Oh.
she she was very happy. She started to jump a lot. Let me
Yeah.
almost say me, "Oh, you come back. It's great."
Well, and this is the thing, like, you know, a dog doesn't know whether you're coming or you're going. You know, when it sees you leaving, it just thinks, "Oh no, my mommy is gone. When is she coming
Yeah.
back?" You know, um, that's why I always say it's very important to show your dog a lot of love, a lot of affection. Take your dog for a walk, because you know how you're feeling stuck in like just one house. Imagine how your dog feels because it lives in that house its whole life, you know. So it's very
Yes.
important to take your dog out, walk your dog, love your dog, be with your dog. I love dogs, I'm just saying.
Yes. Yes.
Cool. So let's get on to exercise 3 or activity 3. It will be a bunch
Okay.
of questions. Okay. So can you remember which of the groups in the study reported feeling better across all well-being measures?
I think the second group. Oh, the
Oh
group was
yes.
the therapy dog.
Yeah.
They the group. I don't remember very well if it's second or third group, because the first group doesn't touch the dog. I think the
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
second,
So
the first.
so the first group met with
Okay. That.
a therapy handler. So they met with a person but
Mm-hmm.
no dog. Okay, so they met with
Yeah.
a person but no dog. The second group met with a therapy dog but couldn't touch it. And
Mm-hmm.
the third group met with the dog but they could play with the dog.
Mm-hmm.
So then, if we look at this paragraph over here, when the experiment was completed, all three groups said that they felt better across several well-being
Mm-hmm.
measures. Okay, so all three groups
Even you
said
can
that they
touch
felt
it.
better.
Okay. If you can see the
Exactly.
dog or touch the dog. Okay.
So basically, as long as there is a dog in the situation, people are going to feel better.
Mm.
The article does mention, though, that the people who touched the dog, who touched it, they feel much more better. So they feel more better when you can actually physically touch the dog. Okay, cool. to have a look at question 2. How many universities and colleges were using therapy dogs in 2019?
I think, I'm not sure, 200 or 300?
So it
300.
close, but 1,000 universities and colleges. So if we look at this little paragraph over here,
Yeah.
according to the BBC, therapy dogs are becoming more popular in US schools, with over 1,000 universities and colleges using them in 2019. So this question was a
Universities. Okay. I think in my mind, 300, the next
students.
paragraph.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
But this question was a little bit ambiguous. In other words, the meaning of this question was a little bit confusing because they should have said in the United States, because this paragraph says here that it's United States schools. Okay, so not schools in the world, it's schools in the United States, and more than 1,000 universities and colleges are using them. Okay,
Mhm.
cool. So let's get into the last question here. Which of the students involved in the Washington State University study benefited the most from dog therapy?
Uh,
So, group 1, 2, or 3? Do you remember?
the most from,
So,
yes, I
which,
think
yes?
three groups.
Yeah, so there were 3
Third.
groups in total. The third group, perfect. So, it says it over here, I think. Who were allowed to touch, yes. So the group of students who were allowed to touch and pet their therapy dog improved the most. And this was
Mm-hmm.
the only group that reported feeling better across
Um,
all well-being measures. Yeah. Cool, cool. So what do you think of this study? Do you think it's pretty, I would have guessed that this is what would have happened.
yes, I have no doubt about this
Hmm.
kind of studies, and it's just about dogs, but any kind of pet, I think you can feel the same.
Yes.
But because sometimes you can train your dog, I think
Yes.
it's a reciprocal, or it's
Yes.
you can exchange it. Dogs feel, he can he will receive a award if
Yes. Yes.
he's obedient, and the owner will be feeling happy because
Hmm.
he's training
Exactly.
the dog. So you can exchange the feelings between
Yeah. So
them.
there are a few animals that we use as emotional support animals, and one of them is called a pot-belly pig. So they are these little pigs with very big bellies. But these but
Mm-hmm.
these but these pigs are very, very cute and they're very emotional. So when you're happy, they're happy. And when you're sad, they're sad. So they're very good emotional support animals.
I
There's
never imagined it has
a
have a
little
pig.
a little
Never
piggy.
in
Yeah.
my mind.
And then another one from our last lesson, we were talking about horses. A pony
Mm-hmm.
is basically a miniature horse. It's a little horse.
Yeah, baby
And
horse.
yeah, and people find ponies to be very, very loving. So a lot of people who suffer from disease or from a lot of pain, they will visit ponies or bring ponies to visit them because they bring so much happiness and joy to people. So a
Yes.
pony and a potbelly pig are type of rescue animals because they can help a human.
Uh, um, in Japan, in Tokyo, during the Olympics
Mm.
games, they show some stores that have a cat, and the people can get there, just give affection
Yes,
for.
exactly.
So
Yeah.
Bye, Mitch. I would
See you
just have,
soon.
yes. Bye bye.